What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I watched Claim to Fame last night for the first time for two reasons. One is because it was on before The Bachelorette. I was saying in another one of my videos that when it was on after The Bachelorette last season, it was just like time to talk about The Bachelor. Like, we can't watch it, but I wanted to watch it because it was on before and because my friend Carly Reeves was on it, and I am so excited to chat with you about it. How are you doing? And thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Zachary Reality. I love reality TV. So,
Mhm.
we've been friends for a minute, but
Mhm.
I love your content. So you're awesome. But yeah, I'm
Mhm.
I'm doing okay considering, you know, everything that's happened in the last 24 hours. Yeah, the comments are wild and like
Mhm.
the hate that people are spewing. I'm like, some of them I hope are bots, but we don't know this. So I'm just saying, oh, they're bots. They're all bots. It's all fake.
Yeah, well, you know what? Everyone has opinions based on the TV show. And, you definitely gave us a pretty emotional breakdown at the end, which we're going to talk about. But I love you so much. We've been friends for a few years, as you mentioned. So you told me you were going on the show a few weeks ago. You told me you had a famous relative. I didn't know who you were talking about at the time. And I also had no idea you were going to be the first one to go home. So what the hell? Can you start by telling everyone how you're related to Tom Hanks?
Yes. So my mom's sister is Rita Wilson, who's Tom's wife, of course.
Mm.
They got married when I was 4 years old. So like in 1988, I was 4 years old and I was like a flower girl in their wedding. So like he's been my uncle for like my whole life, even though it's not by blood. He might as well be blood because he's been married to Rita for so long. So
Mhm.
but yeah, he is yeah, I basically was married into his family, I guess.
Yeah.
But well, yeah, and then Rita, people say I look like Rita. I wanted to use Rita as my relative, and they wouldn't let me. Like they just wanted it to be the bigger relative. Obviously, it makes more sense. So, and that's fine. I was like completely not prepared for what was coming my way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Tom Hanks is like a pretty big actor. So, like, what is your relationship with him? And I know you're an actress as well. So maybe tell us a little bit about what you do. Like, has he ever tried to help you, get different auditions or in your career in any way? Like, what's your relationship like?
Yeah, no, we're really cool. He's, when I was younger, I would definitely see him more often. We'd
Mhm.
go on like vacations with the whole family. We would go to Greece and we'd go to like Idaho and we'd have a lot of like family vacations. And then as everyone got older, like, my sister had kids, then Colin
Mhm.
had kids, and like we all kind of like are doing our own family things now.
Yeah.
But we're still close. I mean, he's so hard to get a hold of because he's always traveling and doing stuff, but he's always been supportive of like my acting career. I've always been an actor ever since high school. I was like in plays and stuff. Like he even came to my class in high school once and like talked to my acting class.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
so he's been like super awesome in that sense. Like he's supported me at all these performances that I've done, like over the years, like little small theater productions, like he's come
Mhm.
to and he'll be in the audience. And I'm like, oh God, people, why is, why is he here? So yeah, he's always been super supportive, and he's not the kind of person that's just gonna like throw you a bone and be like, "Here's a role,
Mhm.
go." And like he wants to make sure, obviously, like that I'm able to like pull off a role that if he were to give me a role, which no one's ever given anything anymore. I had to audition just like everyone else. But I was right for the role, and he was also directing Larry Crown. So I had a little part in Larry Crown, and it was a lot of fun. It was just like it wasn't like a huge role, but it was just something to like put on my reel. So he was like excited to help me put it on my reel. He's like, at least if you put that on your reel, like you should get some work.
So you're
So
not a
you're like,
Nepo baby. Sorry, you're not a Nepo baby.
no, no. It's like I don't have the last name. I mean, like
Mhm.
Chet has the last name, and so does Colin. So everyone like knows them. But I've always kind of done my own thing. I mean, I've worked my entire life as like a server, and
Mhm.
you know, have done anything I could to make some money. So I definitely did not grow up like with a silver spoon in my mouth. Like I was
Yeah.
like shopping at Payless with my mom, who was a teacher, you know, like, so I wasn't like this rich kid with like a spoil. Everyone thinks I'm spoiled now after watching the show. So I don't know
Yeah.
where that came from.
Wait, so did you I want to know what his reaction was to you going on the show. Did he have one?
Oh, his reaction was so I emailed him. I didn't actually talk to him, but I emailed him and I just told him all about the show. I said, you know, it's a really great, fun family show. Like, you know, it's like a puzzle and there's clues. And I told him about the show. I sent him some links and I was like, yeah, and I think I'm getting cast, by the way. and then he just said like, good, best of luck. You know, he just said, I hope you win that money. And, you know, he was very like happy for me. And he just said, that's your choice. If you want to do a reality show, that's great. But like, you know, he was happy for me.
Yeah.
So, he was just, you know, I don't know. He's not really in that world of reality
Mhm.
TV like at all. So I don't know. But
Yeah.
Rita loves the housewives and stuff, but I don't know if he
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Okay, that's so cool. Yeah, well, going back to what we were talking about earlier, like I know you are a hustler because I know I know you from West Hollywood. You know, you used to work at Sir, you've done real estate, you are an actress. So tell me a little bit about what you were doing and how you ended up on Claim to Fame. Like, was this just for a fun experience? Is this exposure for your acting career? Like, what was kind of the
Yeah,
process?
honestly, I did not even know about Claim to Fame until my mom told me about it. She was like, "Did you like you should do you try it out for this?" And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "I guess I mean, I qualify."
Mhm.
So I mean, that's one thing I got going for me, I guess. But I just I've always loved reality TV. Like, I mean, literally, I've been obsessed with the Housewives since day one. Bravo is like my comfort zone. I just love
Mhm.
all things reality TV. So when this show came up, I was like, this is gonna be kind of exciting, like to really like see what it's like to be in a reality show. Like having the cameras follow you and stuff. I mean, yes, we all, I mean, I'm an actor. Of course I love a camera, you
Yeah.
know, but like, I wasn't necessarily doing it to like promote my acting or anything like that. I really wanted to play the game. Like
Mhm.
I was like competitive and ready to win it. And like I just thought, you know, I did not get dealt a good hand. Really went in my favor because like I just yeah, I think it just fell apart from the beginning.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's talk about it because, like I said, I was shocked too that you were eliminated first, and now I'm like, I don't even think I'm gonna watch it. But you got
I know.
blindsided by your friend who you tried to help. Like, how much of the show was you maybe giving away too much easier clues, or how much was just like alliances and friendships?
At that point, there was no like alliances at that point because it was we were filming for 2 days, and just in those 2 days, we all became so close, you know, and you don't have phones, and so you're just like constantly talking to each other, and we laughed so much. It was so much fun. Like me helping Hugo. Let's be honest, like I was only helping him so he wouldn't take me up there. Like
Hmm.
I didn't know for sure if my theory about Monet was right. I was just like trying to be nice to him so he wouldn't call me up. Like that was me trying to play the game. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna be like honest about that. Like, so he did nothing wrong. Like I have absolutely no hard feelings towards you.
Okay.
At the time when I was like, I helped you, I was just being dramatic. I was just being like, so I had to blame something or someone. So I was just like, you did this to me. Like, I didn't think you would do this to me. But like, no, yeah, it was not his fault. And I do think that the clues were just too easy, like right off the bat. The fact that I had to use Oscar as my truth was also something that I struggled with because I knew giving away Oscar was going to be a big, like, red, you know, that was going to be a
Yeah.
big, like, people could, because only, I feel like when you think of Tom Hanks, or when you think of Oscar, you think of Tom Hanks.
Hmm.
I don't know, as amongst many others, but just like I don't know, I thought that it was too obvious because I wished I used like one of his other awards, like a AFI Lifetime Achievement Award, or like um he has like he has the Kennedy honors. Like he has all these big awards that I could have used, but Oscar was like technically the biggest one, and I had to use that as my truth. So, or I could just make it as my lie. And so I should have, in hindsight, like changed it to like either the gender and made it like my mom as the lie, or I should have kept actor as my truth and done like a different award, such as like, a Tony or uh I don't know, an Emmy. But the thing is like Emmy is also true. So it's hard because he's won an Emmy. So I couldn't use Emmy as a lie. So it's like,
Yeah.
it was so hard. It was so hard. Because
Yeah.
like even Emmy is a truth, it's also not his biggest award,
Mhm.
So people would get confused if you play that game because it's just, yeah.
Do you
So
think that there was like producers like telling you which clues to do, or like how much do you take responsibility for yourself going home based on the clues you gave, or was it just bad luck?
probably half and half. Like I should have not used, like I said, my two truths and a lie were all my choice.
Yeah.
And I just should have thought about that a little bit better. And having the green bench as the first clue on the wall and the ping pong paddle right under that, with a bubble gum machine right next to that, with an astronaut and a typewriter and all these other things, I was like, that's a lot for just one celebrity. I was like, and now when I look back, now that I know some of the other cast and their celebrity relatives, I'm like, I don't even recall seeing a clue for your celebrity relative on the wall, but maybe that's just because I was, only focused on mine.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
do think they were they could have done like a trampoline from Big, or like any kind of war thing, like an army suit guy, a military guy for Saving Private Ryan. I mean, there's so many other things that would have been more vague that would make people like think of other celebrities and make it a little bit harder
Hmm.
for because I thought it was just too easy.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be really good to play this game to know a lot of celebrities. Like some people only know like their niches of celebrities, whether they're into sci-fi or reality TV, but like you have to be pretty well versed. So you got to
Yeah,
give credit, because I don't even know if I would have known right off the bat too. Like it's easy in hindsight watching, but it's like you really have to like pay attention. And as you were saying, like you were focused on your game and what you had to do, and especially so early on, you're not thinking about what you're two steps ahead. But I guess other players were really smart. Who else did you feel like was really smart in the house? Like, who do you think is going to win? Unless you already know, but who do you think is a one to watch?
I know. I do already know, but I obviously can't tell you.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think they're all, the thing is like I only got to know them in the house and their game for like
Hmm.
2 days. So it's like I don't really know how everyone else's strategy plays out because I wasn't there. But I do think that, some people are lying obviously more than others, and some people are playing the like truth game, which is what I tried, and trying to be nice to everyone so that no one throws them under the bus. Like I was really hoping I was going to be like, did you watch season one?
Mm-mm. Like a little bit.
Okay, well, Simone Biles was, her sister was on there, right?
Hmm.
Everyone knew that it was her, that who her relative was, right? And they kept her in the game though, because in case they were to get called up, they would use her as their layup to get them out easily, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I was hoping that would be like the case for me. I was like, well, maybe they want to keep me around a little longer so that I can they can then eliminate me later on.
Hmm.
Obviously I wasn't gonna win, but I was like, at least I could stay a little longer so that you
Yeah.
can like keep me as your easy out.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could have got more camera time. Let's talk about your epic meltdown. Now, I know you, so I'm laughing at it because I know you're dramatic. I know you're quirky. I know how upset you probably were because you were the first eliminated. You were blindsided. Like it's a reaction. It happens. But there was a lot of comments online, as you mentioned in the beginning of this chat. So, what did you think of your meltdown and looking back at it?
I know. Okay, so the meltdown is like, I'm sorry, that's just classic Carly right
Classic
there.
Carly.
it's like I'm a mess sometimes. I can be very like just erratic, I guess is the word, or just like I'm just highly emotional, really. And I think, and I always think in like absolutes. I was like, I thought the world was ending at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like, never again will I ever get to be on a reality show, or like, because that was my dream. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to be on Vanderpump Rules. Like, I'm not gonna be shy. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, I will take, I will be the first one to admit, yeah, I'm thirsty for reality TV. Like, I'm cool with reality TV, and I just was so upset, and so like, and then it all like at first when I was upset it was more like sadness, and then it was like anger came in because I was like, how is this happening to me? I just got here. Like I packed 8 suitcases and
Eight?
I'm only okay,
For
not
what?
8, maybe like 6. There's like
Okay.
6. But I was like, I packed so much clothes and I can't even wear my nice dresses on the show. Like I was humiliated. I was mortified. I thought that I like played the game horribly. I was just mad for so many different reasons. And and then me saying I wanted more camera time was me just being like, I wish that I could like be on camera more, like
Yeah.
be on the show more. I wanted to play more. That's all I meant by that. I wasn't like, I'm a diva and I deserve camera time. It wasn't like that. It was like more like I deserve to stay because I feel like I'd be really good for this show. And I really wanted to do some like competition
Damage.
challenges. Yeah, like some eat bugs or like do whatever. You know what I mean? Like play football or I don't know. I always
Yeah.
love those on The Bachelor when they do their little activities, and I'm always like, those are so fun. Like I would love to do like a competitive,
Mhm.
boxing match or something. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
And you'd
yeah,
be great. Like you have such a fun personality. I think regardless if you're crazy, like we want to see more of you and we want to root for you. And I think that if you stayed on longer, the audience would like fall in love with you over time because you're so much out of the gate. I mean, what other show can we, submit you for? Like I like the competitiveness. So Big Brother, Traitors.
well, I'm also single, by the way.
Ooh, okay. Shoot your
So,
shot. Slide
hit up
in.
the DMs. So I'm thinking like Love is Blind is next. I'm
Ooh,
hoping.
okay.
I
We're
would
putting it
love
out
Love is
there.
Blind or Married at First Sight. Like I would get married at first sight. Isn't that crazy? I
You
would
would
do
do
it.
that. You would.
39. Like I need to do this yesterday. I need to
Gotcha.
get married. That should have happened already. So now I need to speed things up.
That's a good one. Married at first sight, and you can get married and pregnant within a few months. I mean, going on The Bachelor, you could do that too. Did you watch last night's episode of The Bachelorette? What did you think?
I actually didn't because I was just too I had people over and so we actually but I'm gonna watch it today for sure. Um but oh I was gonna say something. You
The
were saying something before.
about The Bachelorette or before that?
I think right before that. It's okay. Screw it. We'll get
Oh,
there.
okay. What were we
I
at?
think I think we were talking about the
Watch party.
I know watch party. Screw it.
Another show, Love is Blind, Married at First Sight.
Love is Blind, Married at First Sight. That's right. Okay. So I was thinking, like, because the producers, it's actually the same production company. So I put it out there. I was like, I would do this for real. Like, I would do Love is Blind. I would do like Married at First Sight. And I actually did apply. This is what I was going to say. I did apply to be on The Bachelor
Hmm.
in 2011, I think. Like when I was 30. So it was
Who
like
was the
9 years ago.
guy?
Ben Higgins.
Oh my
And I got
God.
so far in the process. I got so far. I was literally the next call was going to be yes, you're on the show or no, you're not. And because I went through all the like process of flying me to the hotel and doing the tests and all that, I was literally ready to get cast, and they said no, sorry, we just compatibility issues, and I was like, okay, fine. So I was, and that was another time I was like devastated. I thought I like lost my reality TV showness
Chance. Would you
chance. Yeah.
do you think you would have worked out with Ben looking back at it, or like which bachelor would you want to date out of all the recent ones?
Oh God. Oh, that's a hard one. I would want to date. I did recently meet Logan, and he's really cute, but he's just so young.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to think of someone like older, like back in the day.
Like
I don't know.
Brad Womack. He was like close, or Ari,
Yeah,
but now he's married.
he's definitely my type. That's a guy that's definitely my type. Yeah. I think Nick Vile's kind of cute, but like,
Oh, the
he's
Golden
taken.
Bachelor. Why don't you go on that? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, with for the seniors.
The
I
senior.
know. My mom actually is applying to that because she's a senior.
Okay, we need her on there, and then you could do the hometown visit.
I know, right? That would be
Um,
amazing.
Back to Claim of Fame, I want to know what it was like with the Jonas Brothers. Frankie, is it Franklin or Frankie and Kevin? What were they like?
They're super fun. They're like super goofy and like yeah, Frankie is like really funny and they have a really interesting style.
But it's not Joe and Nick, the two hottest ones. Did you feel like that?
I know. To be honest, I didn't even know there were four of them. I thought there were three of them.
Um, well, Frankie's the youngest one. He's like 10 years younger than Nick, Joe, and Kevin, who were in the band.
And it shows, and it shows. But I love them. They're
Yeah, they're
great, but
great.
just so young and like I'm like, I'm like they have screaming girls all the time, like screaming at them, and I'm just like, hey guys.
For
I'm like,
sure.
if they were like in sync was to me back in the day, I'd be freaking out.
See, that's what I was with the Jonas Brothers. I grew up watching Camp Rock and listening to their music. So Joe and Nick, we all loved them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Kevin. But now Kevin gets his love. And this is a great show, Claim to Fame. I feel like it's going to be really successful. A lot of people are super into it. So I'm excited to watch it. Are you going to be watching the rest of the season? And what were your biggest takeaways from this?
Yeah, I will definitely be watching the rest of the season. And yeah, my takeaway is just, I know that I probably didn't come off as like the best, but like it was real. That's all I can say is it was absolutely like my feelings and I was, acting like having a baby,
Yeah,
meltdown. I just had a meltdown
tantrum.
like I was a baby.
Just another Tuesday. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's like when they take a toy away from you and as a child, you're like you cry and you get mad and you're sad and it's like that'll happen. I'm just 39. It's totally
Yeah.
normal. So.
It's just Carly. Are you replying to like any of the comments? Are you trying to defend yourself online? Or are you just laughing at it?
I'm laughing at it at this point because it's like if I did that, I'd be doing it all day. And like, no one wants to be like, wow, this girl's really into this. Like, I don't care. I'm like, yes, you're going to have your opinion. I just don't want it to look bad on my family, like on Tom and stuff, because obviously Tom didn't, it's not that he didn't want me to do it, but he didn't not want me to do it.
He was indifferent.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, if you want to, if that's your choice, he's like, he can't say no, but I'm sure if he had known it was going to happen like this, he probably would have warned me and been like, you sure you can handle it? You sure you can handle it? Because I don't know, maybe I can't handle a little like rejection, I felt rejected from the show. I was like, oh, nobody wants me here. But,
Yeah.
it was just a game.
Well, you know what? You did your thing. You were authentic to yourself. You were competitive. You gave us a good show. Like, you get kicked off the season. Like, honestly, you're here today. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad that, all of my listeners and any Claim to Fame listeners, got to just get to know you a little bit more in this interview and hear about the show. And that's really all that matters. It was a cool experience. And I think you could just take away, not, when you get rejected, sometimes it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm grateful that I was able to do the show. Like I absolutely had the time of my life on those 2 days of
Today.
filming. I know the 2 days. And it's funny because it was 2 days. I was hoping that I would get at least an episode and a half, but it ended up being just one episode. But I'll come back at the end and I come back at the finale. So hopefully
Ooh.
they make me out to look not so crazy this time.
Okay, well, we'll definitely stay tuned, and maybe I'll have you back at the finale to talk about the season. We'll have to
Yeah.
see how it all transpires. Tell everybody where they can follow you and like what do you have going on? Like any new roles, anything exciting? I know you're doing real estate still, so like plug yourself.
Yeah. My Instagram handle is it's Carly Reeves. So it's ITSCARLYREEVES. And I don't do Twitter, but my Twitter's Carly D Reeves, like as in Danielle, that's my middle name. But I don't really use Twitter. I don't know. And I'm just constantly working on random things. I do random like promo work. I do a lot of now I'm doing some more commercials and like advertising and UGC content. So I'm trying to like push that right now, that route. So I'm trying to see if I can at least make some money doing that. But it's really a hard road to go the the influencer route and trying to understand it all because I'm a little older, but and I'm still doing my property management and I'm taking on new clients for property management. So if anyone needs a property manager for their Airbnb or for their, VRBO or rental property, anything short-term lease, long-term lease, I can help you out. Yeah. And you might see me on like a Luminous commercial too. I do a lot of commercials for them, which is that like skincare thing. It's on infomercials late at night. It's hilarious. People see me and they're like, just saw you on an infomercial.
Well, I
But
love
yeah,
that.
we'll see what comes next. I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah, well, I'll leave your link down below. Everybody go give Carly a follow on Instagram right now. She was eliminated first. The least you could do is throw her a follow. And thank you for the meltdown. Don't act like you guys didn't enjoy it, okay?
Exactly. Everyone has a meltdown. They just don't have 15 cameras on them at the same time, too.
Yeah, and I have a feeling we'll see another Carly meltdown on camera soon, but that's just just a little hunch. Well, thank you so much for joining and sharing with us, Carly. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you all so much for listening. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.